Hey, so Mark here from Rock and Load. We are joined this afternoon by the boys from Collected. How you doing?
Yeah, we're good, thank you.
Welcome to Bloodstock 2022 in a sort of parallel universe. We're in like Mediterranean weather. What is going on in the UK at the moment?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't know.
It's a lot though. It's a lot to deal with.
Climate change, apparently.
Yeah, somebody's lit a match somewhere. I don't know what's happening. mental. So have you guys played yet?
We have, yeah. We played 10:30 this morning.
Okay, and what was that like for you?
Amazing.
Brilliant. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
So good.
In the heat, what was that like?
With the lights as well. Oh my god.
Insane. Like,
just
worth every minute, honestly. Yeah.
Did you have a good crowd?
Yeah, we did actually. Yeah. We got pretty lucky. It was all no one else was playing at the same time.
You guys, I think the New Bloods opens the festival really every morning, and then the main stage and then Sophie stage. So you guys, did you go through the Metal of the Masses competition?
Yeah.
Which one did you go through?
Essex. We came runners up.
Okay.
They gave us like the reserve spot.
Yeah.
We got the email a couple of weeks later.
Yeah. And how did you find that competition?
We've entered before.
Yeah, we were constant. You know, we always go back because it's the community sort of thing. We played in 2019. We came runners up. We played we didn't play the 2021. It was sort of like an online version of the competition, and we did this year. And I don't know if they'll have us next year.
Sick looking at you.
But honestly, like it's a lovely community because you meet the same bands that keep trying every year, but there's also new bands, and it's just like people say network and that, but you honestly make good friends. Yeah. And the turnout is always amazing. Every single show, especially this year, probably because everyone's like proper wants to get involved. It was like sold out shows.
Yeah, we were the same. I'm from Northern Ireland, and we were exactly the same.
Yeah.
Just every year the audience is getting ramped up, and the competition level is going up higher and higher, which is great to see because 3-4 years ago you could have said there would have been 4 or 5 bands that really stood head and shoulders above the rest, but now it's like more level playing field across the board.
Yeah, I'd hate to be a judge.
Strong. Yeah, I was a judge,
Really?
So
Okay.
So it's tough, but when you sort of see a couple of obvious front runners, that's different. But when they're all so close together, the great thing about the final is that somebody from Bloodstock makes that call. They, take over that responsibility, so then you don't have to worry about them. Let your hair down for once at the end,
Yeah, definitely.
And out of curiosity, in the Essex area, is there like a genre which is sort of more popular, or is it?
I'd say it seems to be like death metal and slam right now. That's like quite a prominent subculture sort of thing going on there.
Yeah.
But I feel like a couple of years ago, like when we were a bit younger and we first started this, it was like sort of more metalcore and
metalcore.
If you think that's a genre, hardcore in that. Whereas now, there's sort of more of a emerging death metal scene, which is really cool.
Yeah.
It's good to see.
And your own sound, you're sort of saying ambient.
We're
kind of Tesseract-y sort of stuff. Some like Periphery as well, kind of like more proggy, but then we'll add in other elements. Like we've got a new single coming out next month, and there's like a big sort of drum and bass section. So we're really trying to sort of mix things together.
We have a lot
keep things fresh.
Yeah, we've got a lot of other influence from other genres coming in. So we wanted to actually, because I think that is like the future of metal. It's like it goes so well with all the other genres.
Yeah,
so we want to combine it.
You think about metal years ago, like it was more sort of compact, but now, my God, there's so many subgenres and subgenres within subgenres. It's really evolving dramatically, and nothing's really off the table anymore.
It just goes so well with everything.
Yeah,
like opera, metal. You can have any other genre, whack it with metal, it goes with it.
It's really interesting, and the good thing about it, obviously, a festival like Bloodstock as well, you'll see quite a variety of bands. Like this morning, Soviet Tent was a straightforward sort of classic rock to the band, while you had based on the main stage, with the death metal. So it's.
I did feel it. I'm not going to lie, personally, I did feel a little bit like worried in a way because I was like, I hope we're not too soft. For this crowd, I hope it's a good reception. But like we said, everyone was so like supportive and just up for having a good time, and they really do interactive.
They really do support the new blood. That's one thing I really love about this festival. They're so keen on up and coming bands. So regardless of who's playing down there, it's generally a packed out tent. You might walk in first of all and 50 people and you go like, what's happening here? But by the time you've done 2 or 3 songs, it's packed out, you know, everybody's supporting you, so it's great to see.
Yeah.
As you're talking about that sort of concern about, you know, again, your style, one of my outstanding moments I can still remember in my head was like in the year maybe 2018 was such a heavy sort of black metal sort of vibe to the festival, but Vola, you know, Vola played the Sophie stage, and that was like a breath of fresh air.
That's why I think it's important for everyone to just sort of like embrace that variety, because it gives you a little, you know, you can have all your blast beats and like your, you know, like heavy gutturals and stuff, and then you go to another stage and have maybe a bit more of a singy band, and you know, it's adding dynamics to the whole show, you know.
And so music-wise, you said you just brought a single out.
We've got a single coming out next month.
Next month, and what have we got out there at the moment, music-wise, for people to?
So we released an EP in February.
Okay.
And then
we've got another few singles out.
Yeah, we had a few singles before the EP. We had 2. Well, we actually released a single like over the last few years, like a couple times, and then we released the EP in February, and now we got this new single coming out, and it's cool. It's cool because it's interesting I feel like our sound has matured.
Yeah.
You know, like you feel like maybe other people when they're listening won't hear it, but personally, because obviously when we wrote it, we've heard it a million times. You're like, this newer stuff just sounds more mature and like with like fine-tuned how we write. Sort of
so
thing,
typically find prog bands are very detail focused.
Yeah, we're very nitpicky. Yeah.
And is there like a full-length LP or anything at any stage? Or are you working on something?
We've got some extra songs in the back burner, but we're not sure.
That's the thing, because the way obviously music's moving, it sort of makes more sense to release a single every month or so. You know, because if you release a whole album, you put so much money and time into it, and then people sort of skim listen to it, and then they're like, oh, it's done now.
It's hard to know, isn't it, as a modern band these days, what the right approach is anymore, because yes, like even the big artists are doing like single releases across, and then they'll drop the album eventually, and by that stage like 12 singles have been released, and you don't hear anything new in the album, but I suppose it's constant engagement, keeping people interested, and
it's that social media culture, isn't it? You have to constantly be putting something out, constantly keep on top of that.
And as you say, with digital and streaming, it's a different way to absorb music. You know, where you had an LP in the old day, you would have stuck it on, you would have listened to 4 or 5 tracks, flipped it over, or a CD, 10, 12 tracks, but now it's like Alexa, next, or whatever, you know, so...
If you're not catching the listener's attention in the first 5 seconds, then they're going to put the next song on. So it's a difficult time to be a musician, but at the same time, it's good because you have so much access.
There's pros and cons to it, but like never probably a better time, as you say, to be a musician, because even for instruments and the effects, everything's you know, like it's so affordable as well compared to what it used to be like for
like you were saying, like bands stepping up their game for like say Metal to the Masses, like the affordable equipment you can get now, so it's more focusing, as long as you are playing well, it seems like everyone has the gear behind them.
Absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
I was talking to the guys from Swamp Coughlin yesterday who played the Jägermeister stage, and I seen the guy playing a Telecaster, this gnarly sound, come on, it was huge, absolutely huge. I thought, what the fuck has he got in that Telecaster? So I said to him, like, tell me about the guitar. Like, I thought it was going to be maybe a baritone or something. No, standard Squire Telecaster, standard pickups. He says he's just using drop down tuning plus a drop pedal. And it was just like massive sound, you know. And I was just going like, that's crazy, you know. And even on the Sophie stage today, I think it was Mastiff or whatever it was, we're playing Harley Benton. You know.
Wow.
That's
like, you know, it's crazy, you know.
Like whenever we play a show now, we use the quad Cortex, and that's so handy because we have both the guitars going through it, and it's also plugged into the laptop, so it changes our patches for us. It goes, you know, and the backing track is running through it as well with all the synth and stuff. So like all of the little details in the background are just being done in this one unit. It's ridiculous. You know, back in the day, you'd have to have quite a massive rig for that.
Exactly. So like having the accessibility to all that stuff can really open yourselves up as musicians, I suppose, and bring a different type of live experience for your audience as well.
Because you don't have to worry about so much. You know, you've just and like the soundscaping, trying to create an atmosphere, and because it changes patches for us, we have more time to think about how we want to put on a show.
Yeah.
And because it's not just about the sound, is it? It's about putting on the visual performance. Like how do you want it to come across? You know, because the way we plan our sets, we try to have like, we start off really fast and energetic. We want to get everyone really pumped up, and then we bring it down a little bit, and then by the end we want to bring it back up and finish really epic and strong. You know, so with the amp changing for us, we can just focus on building a performance sort of thing.
It does. I suppose yes. I forgot about that aspect. It takes an awful lot of that work away from you. Having to think about that, you know.
Yeah,
that's great.
And so, what's next in the cards for you beyond Bloodstock? Have you anything lined up?
We've got a gig in the Smokehouse in Ipswich on the 24th. And I think we've got another one in December as well, like Watford.
I'm not sure if the venue's been announced for that and stuff.
Okay,
but and we've got that single coming out. So we're just ploughing forwards basically, just trying to get some traction.
And this weekend, any particular bands that you're keen to see?
Ginger. Yeah. Really want to see
Everybody
Ginger.
wants to see Ginger,
Malevolence.
Yeah.
Obviously. You probably heard this all day.
Okay, they played main stage last year, you know, it's going to be great to see them in the Sophie, you know, it'll be a rager for sure, absolutely mental.
Yeah, we really enjoyed seeing Sleep Token.
They were fantastic. I hadn't listened to them before, but I knew one of the guys in the team's a big fan of theirs, so I was like, okay, let's go across and see what this is all about. I was just standing there going, what is this, you know?
Like, if you want to talk about bands that put on an actual visual performance,
stunning.
That's beautiful.
But again, the music doesn't match the visuals. You know, I was expecting something so different, you know, from the visuals. I've seen the pictures of them so many times, and I thought this is going to be just gnarly or something, you know. But absolute opposites, you know.
It's like a juxtaposition sort of thing, you know. I think that's why it's such a popular thing right now.
It works so well.
I think there's just bands which will go for that, won't they? They'll go for that real strong visual, and there's obviously music fans who buy into that so much as well.
Yeah, like Gua.
You know,
all of that. Like it's the visual performance as much as it is the music.
Absolutely. You just need to get yourself a couple of costumes, boys. Well, look, good talking to you. Thanks very much for taking the time having a chat today.
Thank you for having us.
And best of luck for the rest of the year, and obviously keep an eye out for the single dropping next month.
Thank you.
Okay, guys, thank you very much.
So much.
No problem. Cheers. Thank you.